Okay, I'm going to show you how to post a job on Indeed for free because this is going to save you tons of money and I want to do that. So you're going to log into your Indeed portal. If you're not quite sure how to get that set up, then Indeed can definitely help you with that. There's tutorial videos and things. But you're going to go to your Post a Job button and click on that. That is going to bring you to this page right here, which is create a job post. You can either start with a new post or you can use a previous job as a template. So depending on what you're doing and what you already have in here, you can decide to use either one of those to post for free. Then you're going to scroll down to the bottom and click continue, which will bring you to this provide basic information page. So this is where you're going to just put the job title, where the job is located, and then there are some options here for advertising in multiple locations. If it's a paid feature, it lets you know. If it is complimentary, then it doesn't have anything there. So then you're going to click Save and Continue, which will bring you to the Include Details page. So here you're going to select what the job type is. There's some information about schedules, and then you can select how many people and how quickly you're hiring for the position. I'm pretty sure this part is just internal for Indeed, but I try to just kind of estimate what I think is going to happen. So then we click Save and Continue. And if you're getting really fast or this is a job that you've done many times before and you know it's good, you can just immediately scroll all the way to the bottom to Save and Continue. Next, we add compensation. I definitely recommend putting a pay range on your job ad. So you can either do a range, a starting amount, a maximum amount, or an exact amount. What I typically recommend is either a range or the starting amount. Then you have the option of adding other compensation things, other things that are offered as part of the benefits for the organization. And if you don't have any of these things, that's fine. You just don't select them. If you do have them, then you select them. Then you click Save and Continue. And this brings you to the Describe the Job page, which is your job description. So you just add your job description text into that box, and then you can add any additional COVID-19 precautions that you're taking here. That is not a requirement. You don't have to add anything in that box, but it's available. It was added in that beginning of COVID time. You also have the option to add company photos and videos here. Then you click Save and Continue, which brings you to setting your application preferences. So this is about kind of notifications and information exchange. So you select how you would like to receive applications, either email or walk-in. I receive all my applications through email just because of the way that I do hiring. And then what's cool about that is you can set up kind of automatic things in your email so that all the Indeed things, all those resume things go into a folder, and then you can just go through that folder all at once instead of having all these resumes in the middle of all of your other emails. If you would like people to submit a resume, then you select here. You can do no or optional. You can set your communication settings, so just depending on where you want the resumes and applications to be going. You can allow people to, they call it start the conversation on Indeed. I don't do this because I'm not ever going to go to Indeed to actually look at what's happening there. So you can decide to do that or not, depending on your preference. This Employer Assist is also something that I do not usually use, but it does help to decline candidates that you're not interested in on your behalf. I just reserve that to batch do it all at once during certain points in the hiring process. So then you click Save and Continue, which brings you to the customized pre-screening. So you can add screening questions to your Indeed job ad. These are all the different categories that you can add questions about. The only guidance that I would say is if you are vetting candidates through multiple platforms, you want to make sure that you have the same requirements for all of your applicants. So if you're posting on LinkedIn and receiving resumes there and posting on Indeed and receiving resumes here, then I would not have qualification questions on Indeed that are different from the ones on LinkedIn, because then you're treating your candidates differently. You're creating like two different kinds of candidate pools for the same job. So if you want to have screening questions, then I would just funnel all of your applicants into Indeed. So rather than having them apply on all these different places, you can just have them all apply on Indeed, and then you know all of them are answering the same questions. You can send a pre-recorded phone screen. This is also not something that I have as a part of my process, but it is something that you can do. Then you click Save and Continue. This is where you review. So you're just going to make sure that everything that's on here is what you want it to say. And then you will select Confirm. Once you select Confirm, that'll bring you to this page, the Sponsor the Job page, which allows you to sponsor the job if you want to. I have found that there's not really a real difference between posting a job with sponsorship and posting an ad for free. So if you want to try posting an ad for free first before sponsoring, the way that you do that is post without a budget. And you can post as many jobs as you want to on Indeed currently. We're June of 2022 right now, through this post without a budget button. So then that just takes you through, I think there's a couple more questions that happen after that point. It asks about more screening questions and maybe one other double check to make sure everything is right. And then it'll let you know that the job is going to be posted and available within 3 to 5 hours. So I hope that saves you some cash and some time and helps you find more qualified candidates for your jobs.